All right, welcome to another edition of the Florida Physique Report. I believe we are on episode number 79. Today is November 25th, 2016, the day after Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. On today's show, we've got a very big show. Our guest this week is Barbie Titus, and Barbie is from Zephyr Hills, Florida, and she competes in the women's physique division. And she just won her pro card last weekend at the NPC Nationals, so congratulations to Barbie. She's been competing for a couple of years now, and she is now a new IFBB pro. And we've got quite a few new IFBB pros from Florida. We're going to be talking about that in a minute because I've got the whole report from the NPC Nationals, which took place last weekend, November 18th and 19th out in Miami, Florida. Probably not in terms of numbers, but probably in terms of prestige, the biggest national show of the year. It was the very first big national show back in 1982 when they started it with the NPC. So we got a big report on that. A lot of Florida residents who were in that contest, so we're going to talk about that in a second. We've also got to talk about the All-South, which took place the week before the NPC Nationals on November 12th out in St. Augustine, Florida. And Gene Schlossberg and Pete Fancher were the promoters of that, and that was a national qualifier, a really, really good contest. It always is, because it usually takes place right before the NPC Nationals, so that's a huge show. So we're going to talk about the results of that as well. As far as what's coming up in the next coming weeks, we've only got 2 more shows left for the 2016 season. We've got a show this weekend on November 26th, tomorrow. It's called the South Florida, and it takes place in Miami, Florida. It is a national qualifier, and Sergio Pacheco is the promoter. So if you want information on that show, if you're in the area and want to go check it out, go to SergioandMarieProductions.com. That's M-A-R-I. SergioandMarieProductions.com. And that will be taking place tomorrow out in Miami. The following week, on December 3rd, the Winter Classic will take place, and that is also a national qualifier, and that will take place in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And that's going to be at the Westin Fort Lauderdale Beach Resort. So go to GoldenLionProductions.com for information on that. And that'll be the last show of the year. And after that, the week after that, will be the sanction meeting for both the Central District and the Southern District of Florida on December 10th. And then they will finalize the schedule for the 2017 season. So it's been a very, very busy year for Florida bodybuilding. I talked to Pete Fancher at the All-South, and I think in terms of numbers, in terms of contests, this was the biggest year ever for Florida bodybuilding. So it was a record-breaking year. All right, let's talk about the All-South Championships, which took place, as I said, on November 12th in St. Augustine, Florida. And with the crossovers, they had a total of 237 competitors, so it was a very big show. And the quality was really good. This is always one of my favorite shows to see every year because the quality is so good across the board in all the different divisions. All right, they started, as they always do, with the Masters divisions, and they started with the Men's Bodybuilding Masters. The over 50 went to Simon Morgan, who just won a show a couple of weeks before this. And Simon is a very impressive bodybuilder. You can tell this guy's a veteran competitor, very wide, thick, a lot of muscle mass for Simon. 53 years old. He's got an incredible physique. And Simon is going to do the NPC Nationals in the Masters division next year, the Masters Nationals, I should say. And I think he's got a great shot at winning the over 50 because he's got great conditioning and a lot of size. In the over 40, they had 2 classes. They had a lightweight class, only 1 competitor, and that was Herbert Montero. And in the heavyweight division, Randolph Naranjo, who has won quite a few shows in the South Florida region, he took first place by only 1 point over Simon Morgan, who was in second place. And then Randolph Naranjo won the overall over 40 division. And in the men's physique masters, they had a short and tall class. Alonzo Barrazo was the winner in the short class, and Richard Alexander was the winner in the tall class, and Rich Alexander was the overall winner. The masters figure in the over 40, they had a short and tall class also. Casey Newick was the winner in the short class, and then Bobby Joe Davidson was the winner in the tall class. And then in the overall over 40, Casey Newick was the winner. Then they had a masters figure over 30, and Robert Hottinger was the winner in the short class. Melinda Kirkland was the winner in the medium class, and Sakina Bacchus was the winner in the tall class. but Melinda Kirkland with an excellent physique, a lot of muscle mass, really good shoulders. Melinda takes the overall. She looked really, really ready, really conditioned also. The Masters Bikini in the short class went to Melissa Anderson, who I've seen compete before. She just won the overall in the Masters and Open at the Daytona Beach Classic. And the tall class went to Samantha Miller, but the overall went to Melissa Anderson. So congratulations to her. And then they had the Classic Physique Masters Division, and that went to Rowley Cuffey. And he had a really good physique, very tall and a lot of muscle mass, and he beat out Rich Alexander, so he looked excellent. The women's physique was an incredible Ivy Ryan, who I think won her 3rd overall this year, and Ivy has like a professional level physique. Really very muscular and very ripped. So we wish the best to Ivy. She is from Brazil, and she is not an American citizen, so she couldn't do the Nationals. But I believe she is going to try and petition for her pro card, as many others have who are from other countries. And I think she's got a great shot. She deserves to be in the pros because she's got an incredible physique. All right, then moving into the open divisions in the men's physique. In Class A, Connor Yeager was the winner. Class B went to Arturo Mata, and I've seen Arturo compete quite a few times, so it's good to see him take first place. Michael Beal had a really excellent physique. He won Class C. And Dennis Williams was the winner in Class D. And then the overall went to Dennis Williams, a young competitor, not very overly muscular. I think it was only his 2nd contest. But he had the look that the judges were looking for, a really good men's physique look, and he was the overall winner. I've noticed that recently the judges seem to be preferring men's physique competitors who are not overly muscular, at least in the Florida area. So that's a good look for men's physique. The more muscular competitors usually go to classic or just bodybuilding. And going into the classic physique division in the open, they had a really good competition here. Israel Hernandez, who has an excellent physique, he does well in both classic and in bodybuilding. He was the winner in Class A. Moises Hernandez was the winner in Class B. And I have to mention also Joshua Manos, who has great arm development. This guy could really do well also in bodybuilding. And he took 2nd place, and he looks like a really young competitor. So he's got a lot of good potential. And then in Class C, they had a showdown between the top 3 competitors. Aaron Reed, my friend here from Powerhouse Gym in downtown Tampa, 6'7". Aaron Reed came in at about 275 pounds, ripped, looked incredible, the best he ever looked. He actually tied for first place with Kyle Gunby, who just won the Tim Gardner Extravaganza in the Classic Physique. And they were both in fantastic condition. Kyle has a great physique as well, really good arm development. So Aaron and Kyle were tied for first, and then Aaron won the tiebreaker. And then in only 1 point behind them, in 3rd place, was Shannon Munn. And Shannon also has a really great physique, another one with great arm development. So it was really, really tight between Aaron, Kyle, and Shannon. Only 1 point separating 1st and 3rd, if you can believe that. And then in the overall, Aaron Reed was the overall winner. So great job for Aaron Reed, and he went on to the Nationals a week after this. Then going into the figure open division, Alyssa Moyo was the winner in Class A. She is a student of Jamie Iboni. And Kelly Lynn Nayokis was the winner in Class B. Melinda Kirkland, the Masters winner, she won Class C. With Sorelli Font in 2nd place. Sorelli was the winner at the Central Florida District overall in both bikini and figure, and she takes 2nd place in figure here. And then Sakina Bacchus was the winner in Class D, and the overall winner went to Melinda Kirkland. So congratulations to her. Melinda is going to sit the rest of the year out, and I believe she's doing the Masters Nationals next year. The Bikini Open, always a great division. Megan McGriff takes 1st place in Class A with Melissa Anderson in 2nd. And what's interesting about this is Megan McGriff was actually in 3rd place in the over 30 in the Masters division, but she moves up to 1st place in the Open, beating out Melissa Anderson. And Diana Raymond was the winner in Class B. Maddie Burgo, at only 19 years old, was the winner in Class C. And Marbelli Penton, who also trains here at Powerhouse Gym in downtown Tampa, she was the winner in Class D. But the overall went to, surprise, surprise, Megan McGriff, who was overjoyed at winning the overall, especially after taking 3rd in the Masters. So congratulations to Megan. That was a huge win for her. And Megan told me she just had a baby like a year ago, so this was her comeback contest. So what a great comeback after just having a baby 1 year ago and coming back and winning the overall at a big show like the All South. And then finally they finished off with the Men's Bodybuilding Open. The lightweight class went to Bryce Elbert. The middleweight class went to Israel Hernandez, who also won his class in the classic physique. The light heavyweight class went to Rodolfo Naranjo, who was the Masters over 40 winner. And the heavyweight class, unbelievable heavyweight class, 16 heavyweights. That's usually more than most bodybuilding divisions have overall. David Fenty, the veteran competitor, came in the best condition he's ever looked. He's been working with Coach A.J. Sims, and he came in really ripped. His waist was tighter, and he had a showdown with Pedro Inoso, who was also in really good condition. Pedro had an excellent upper body, rock hard, good muscle mass, and Pedro actually got 2 first-place votes out of the 7 judges, so he was in second place. So that was an excellent division. And then Drew Borden, who is another bodybuilder who trains right here at Powerhouse Gym. Drew wins the super heavyweights, but the overall goes to David Fenty, the veteran national level competitor who was going on to the Nationals 1 week after this. So congratulations to David. That was his best look ever. And congratulations to Pete Fancher and Gene Schlossberg for putting on another great All-South Championships. I really enjoyed the show. It was an excellent contest. All right, let's talk about the results from the huge NPC Nationals contest, which took place last weekend, November 18th and 19th, out in Miami, Florida, at the James L. Knight Center. With all the people that were competing on stage, I know there was quite a few who dropped out, who were not on the list, but I counted up the number of competitors who were actually in the show, and there was 847 competitors. So as you can imagine, it was a huge contest. They did half the prejudging on Friday. I believe they started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they didn't finish till midnight. They did all the bodybuilding and the classic physique and the bikini, and then they came back Saturday morning at 8 a.m. and finished up the judging. The finals started at 5 p.m. on Saturday and finished up in great time, only about 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So they did a great job with the organization of the show. Steve Carroll and Pam Betts do a great job in promoting the show, so congratulations to them. They really pulled off a great division. All right, they started off with the women's bodybuilding division. Only 22 women bodybuilders. That's usually the smallest division. The lightweight winner was excellent. Her name was Charisse Johnson. And like Chris Aceto called her, she's like a female Dexter, and that's what she reminded me of. A lot of energy on stage, great physique, good muscle mass, and great separation, and an awesome posing routine. So congratulations to Charisse. She should do really well on the pro level. Second place went to Frankie Diaz, who is from Miami. So congratulations to Frankie, who took second place in the lightweight class. The middleweights were won by Sheila Durrance. The light heavies went to Ingrid Valentine, who is from Miami. So Ingrid Valentine takes first place in the light heavyweight class. And in the heavyweight class, Teresa Ivanchik was the winner there. But Charisse Johnson was the lightweight winner, was the overall winner. So congratulations to her. Well-deserving win. Then they moved on to the figure division. They had 117 total competitors. Class A went to Stephanie Trevino, with Michelle Figueroa in second place. And of course, in this division, the top 2 get pro cards. There were 16 girls in Class A, and I want to mention Kessica Rivera from Kissimmee, Florida, who got third place. She's very close to getting her pro card. In Class B, they had 19 competitors, and both first and second place went to Florida residents. Natalie Navis from Miami was in first place, with Leslie Morris also from Miami in second place. Only a 1-point difference between Natalie and Leslie, so they are both IFBB pros, so congratulations to them. Class C had 27 total competitors. Tiffany Hebert was the winner in Class C. She was in first place by 1 point over Blanca Siles, and I just interviewed Blanca at the Tampa Bay Extravaganza, and I could tell this girl had a great physique and had a lot of potential, and I've been watching her on Facebook with her training videos, and she's been doing a great job with her training videos. Trains really old school. I know she was training really hard for this. She was very psyched up for it. And she takes second place by 1 point to Tiffany Hebert. And Blanca is from Miami area, and she is now an IFBB pro. So congratulations to her. I also have to mention Liana Groenfeld from Oviedo, Florida, who took third place. And Liana is being trained by Nikki Gutierrez from Team Sims. And she takes a really close third place. And Liana, I believe, is only 21 years old, so she should be getting her pro card sometime soon, hopefully next year. Class D had 21 competitors. Renee Jones was in first place with Cedrina Calder in second place. Class E with 16 competitors, Maud Exantis from Hollywood, Florida, takes first place with all first place votes. So congratulations to Maud. That was an excellent finish for her. She's got a great physique. And Tiffany Boyer from Tallahassee, Florida, takes second place. So both Maud and Tiffany, two more Florida residents, win their pro card in Class E. And Denise Holloway from Orlando, Florida, was in fourth place. In Class F, Stacy Cummings was in first place, and Hallie Barnett was in second place. And they had 18 competitors there. And in the overall went to Tiffany Hebert. So congratulations to all those competitors. We had 5 competitors from the Florida region all turning pro in the figure division. So congratulations to them. All right, moving on to the men's physique. Class A went to Nicholas Philayaw, and he is from Riverview, Florida, and he takes first place with all first place votes. So congratulations to Nicholas. I've interviewed him before. I think I also interviewed him at the Tim Gardner Extravaganza. So he did excellent. He's got a great physique, real thick chest. And Willie Green from Panama City Beach, Florida, takes second. So he is also a pro card winner. So again, 2 pro card winners in the men's physique, all in Class A. So congratulations to both of them. 34 competitors in that class as well. All right, Class B, 29 total competitors. Hassan Holland was in first place, and Ranzino Valentin was in second place. In Class C, 22 total competitors. Godfrey Saranda was in first place, and Maurice Benton was in second place. And I want to mention Jesus Brugos from Coral Springs, Florida, who was in fourth place in that class. Class D went to Monte Barley. He was in first place out of 43 competitors. I think that was the biggest division. Class E went to Roman Miranda with Jonathan Owens in second place. They both got their pro card. 26 competitors in Class E. And Dimitri Hudson from West Palm Beach, Florida, was in fifth place. And then in Class F, Old Tinder IV was in first place with Boggy Yordanov in second place. And Boggy is from St. Pete, Florida. I've seen him compete many times, and he's got a great physique. So congratulations to Boggy on winning his pro card. And Justin O'Quinn from West Palm Beach, Florida, was in fifth place. So I want to mention him as well. So 177 total competitors in men's physique, probably the second biggest class of the night after bikini. All right, then they moved on to the women's physique, 41 total competitors in women's physique. Barbie Titus, who will be our guest in a minute, she was in first place from Zephyr Hills, Florida. She wins Class A, so congratulations to Barbie. She is a new IFBB pro. And Suha Kwasan was in second place. Lori Coppola was a winner in Class B with Yvette Sheck in second place. And then Class C went to Vanessa Nisham. Great physique on Vanessa. Really great shape, small waist, wide shoulders. She takes first place in Class C. And Jenny Feldman from Miami, Florida, takes second place. So congratulations to Jenny. She is a new IFBB pro. And Class D goes to Riley Marks, who is in the military, I believe, with Megan Ballard. Very beautiful competitor in second place. And Danny Nettles from Panama City Beach takes fourth place. And then the overall goes to Vanessa Nisham, and she should do really well on the pro level, especially if she comes in just a little bit harder, but she's got a great overall structure. Then we go on to the classic physique, and this was the first time they had classic physique at the Nationals. They only had 3 classes, Class A, B, and C. Some really good physiques at the very top of each class. Class A had 32 competitors. Nicholas Antico, who had a great physique, short competitor, but really good symmetry, small waist, good posing, really ripped. He takes first place with Justin Freeman in second. So both Nicholas and Justin are now IFBB pros. Class B went to George Peterson III from New York, probably one of the best physiques of the whole entire weekend. George looked like a bodybuilder, and actually he used to compete in bodybuilding, going for anywhere from light heavy to heavy. Competed in classic physique, weighing only 177 pounds. George had a back that reminded me of Lee Haney, and he was peeled. He was ripped to shreds. Unbelievable physique. Congratulations to George Peterson. And he was pushed to the hilt by Alexander Fong from Reno, Nevada. Alexander had a physique that reminded me more of Rory Liedlmeyer from the 1980s. He had the long hair, a young competitor, really good shape and symmetry, good muscle mass, really good posing. And Alexander just needs to come in a little bit harder, but as dialed in as George Peterson was and as great of his physique, George only beat Alexander by 1 point, so that just goes to show you how great Alexander looked. So both George and Alexander are now IFBB pros, so we look forward to seeing how they do in the future. I also have to mention Jason Lowe from South Daytona, Florida. He took 4th place, and Jason's got a great physique. He sort of reminds me of Franco Santarello. He's got that thick, muscle-bellied look with his legs and his arms. So Jason's on his way, taking 4th place in his very, very tough class. And also I want to mention Rooney Exantis in 9th place. Rooney's got a great physique. I saw him at the Orlando Europa in April, and he's got an incredible physique. Very small waist, really good muscle separation. So I think Rooney's on his way to getting a pro card. Only took 9th place in this one, but hopefully he'll keep going, add a little bit more muscle mass, and I think he's going to be a winner in the future. All right, moving on to Class C, the biggest class in the Classic Physique. 42 competitors in this class. Divine Wilson takes 1st place. Another excellent physique with great back development. His rear double bicep was awesome. He takes 1st place. In 2nd place, a very close 2nd place, another 1-point decision, was Rylan McDougal Batiste. In 2nd place, I think Rylan had the smallest waist in the whole Classic Physique division. Incredibly small waist, great symmetry, great separation. Not a big guy at all, but what a great physique. So both Divine and Rylan get their pro cards, and I think they're both going to do really well on the pro division. I also want to mention Arturo Mendez, one of the best bodybuilders in the South Florida area. He's from Miami, and he took 5th place in this very big and very tough. So congratulations to Arturo. He is also on his way. I think he's going to do really well next year. All right, then we move on to the bikini division, the biggest division of the night with 237 competitors. In Class A, 28 competitors in Class A. Stephanie Singleton from Melbourne, Florida, gets 1st place, and Isha Barrow, also from the Florida area, gets 2nd place. So another division where the top 2, both pro card winners, Stephanie Singleton and Isha Barrow, both Florida residents, get their pro card, so congratulations to them. And Chelsea Novak from Miami was in 5th place in that class. In Class B, with 45 competitors, Ginny Murders was in 1st place, and Casey Clark was in 2nd. And Samantha Bornstein, the teenager, Weston, Florida, who cleaned up at the Southern States this year. Samantha, if you remember, won the novice, the teenage, and the open. And now she goes into her first NPC Nationals and takes 4th place at only 19 years old. This girl just got out of high school. She has got a great future. We look forward to seeing Samantha compete next year. I think she's going to get her pro card soon. All right, moving on to Class C, 49 competitors in Class C. Brittany Wynn was the winner in 1st place, with Christina Bolowski in 2nd place. Class D, 46 competitors. Ashley Hampton was in 1st place. Danielle Lipsky was in 2nd. And I have to mention Nailama Thompson from right here at the Powerhouse Gym in downtown Tampa, from Tampa, Florida. Nailama gets 5th place, and she's really doing great on the national level. Usually always makes the top 5. I talked to her before the show, and she said every national show she's ever been in, she's always made the top 5. So she is also on her way. She's going to do really well next year. Moving on to Class E, 35 competitors in this class. Samantha Sulklin was the winner in 1st place, with Beth Hall in 2nd. And then finally in Class F, 30 competitors, Kylie Fountain was the winner in 1st place, and Morgan Berry was in 2nd place. And then the overall winner goes to Ginny Murders in the bikini overall. So congratulations, beating out 237 total competitors. That's amazing. All right, and then finally they finished with the men's bodybuilding, and they had some great competition, particularly in the lower weight classes with 145 total competitors. The bantamweights, they had 18 bantamweights. Kenny Ishikawa from Rockledge, Florida, takes 1st place with all 1st place votes. So congratulations to Kenny. I know I've seen him compete on the local level and the national level for the last couple years, and he worked really, really hard this last year to bring his legs up, and it paid off because he takes 1st place, and he is now a new IFBB pro. Ogun Biyashi from Hawaii was in 2nd place, and Jeffrey Orlazo from Jacksonville, Florida, was in 4th place. So congratulations to him. In the lightweight class, they had 17 competitors. Justin Randall, who is being trained by Jose Raymond out in Massachusetts, he takes 1st place. Nicholas Cavallero was in 2nd place. And I have to mention Antonio Roman from Orlando, Florida, was in 4th place. Antonio's got a really thick physique for a lightweight, just needs to come in a little bit harder, and he should do really well on the national level. In the welterweight class, up to 165 pounds, Chris Murray II was in 1st place, with Herbert Sotillo from Puerto Rico in 2nd place, and Jose Suarez, the great competitor from Lehigh Acres, Florida, another disciple of AJ Sims, and he did really well at Mel Chancey's show a couple weeks ago. Jose takes 5th place in the welterweights. And then moving on to the middleweight class, Big congratulations go out to Julius Rummigan from Orlando, Florida, who takes all first place votes. Julius had one of the best physiques of the entire weekend. Really dialed in his condition. Julius always had great symmetry, great muscle shape, great fullness and roundness to his physique. And he finally dialed it in, again, using AJ Sims as his coach, Magic Man. And Julius wins all first place votes. So congratulations to him. He beat out 25 competitors. Miguel Senor from Miami was in second place. And I also have to mention Ron Gallup from St. Pete, Florida. His best condition ever. He's also working with AJ Sims. And Ron takes third place. So congratulations to all those competitors. Julius and Miguel both are now IFBB pros, so congratulations to them. The light heavyweight class, the biggest class in the bodybuilding division, 33 total competitors. Derek Oslin was the winner with Kane Bishop in second place, so they are both new IFBB pros. And then in the heavyweight class, Sean Vasquez was the winner. He was in first place with Eric Dankwa in second place, and Eric looked excellent, especially at the finals on Saturday evening. And there was 23 competitors in that division. And then moving on to the super heavyweights, Dorian Haywood from Colorado takes first place. Dorian is a former Junior Nationals winner. And Joe Mackey, another great physique, he takes second place. So both Dorian and Joe get their pro cards. And I want to mention my old friend Brent Swanson from Decatur, Illinois, who was in fifth place. This was the best I've ever seen Brent compete. But the overall went to Sean Vasquez from the heavyweights. So to all those new IFBB pros from the Florida area. Florida really represented well this year at the NPC Nationals. All right, that is it for our wrap-up of the All-South and the NPC Nationals. We're going to take a break to hear from our sponsors. And when we come back, we're going to be joined by Barbie Titus, another new IFBB pro from Zephyr Hills, Florida, who was first place at the Women's Physique Division out in Miami, Florida. We're going to talk to her in a minute. We'll be right back with the Florida Physique Report. All right, welcome back to the Florida Physique Report. My special guest this week is Barbie Titus, our new IFBB pro from Florida. She won her class at the Women's Physique at the NPC Nationals. Congratulations, Barbie.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we were just talking a little bit. You started off with figure and then you switched over to Women's Physique, correct?
Yes.
Now, how many years have you been competing overall now?
Just 2 years.
Only 2 years. Wow.
Only 2 years, yeah. The first year I did 2014, I did Europa in Orlando.
Okay.
As figure. I won my class there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I went on to Nationals as figure that same year.
How'd you do there that year in 2014?
I placed top 5. I got 4th place.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were there a lot of girls in your class that year?
Yeah. I think there were close to like 22 or something that year. It was pretty big.
And that was your first year competing?
Yes, that was my first year competing. Those were my 2 first times.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to switch from figure to Women's Physique?
Well, from there, from Nationals in November of 14, I went to Junior USA's.
Okay.
And so there I placed top 5 again as figure.
Mm-hmm.
I got, 4th place? Yeah, I got 4th place in that one as well.
Okay.
And just feedback from people saying that was kind of like a tweener where I could be in between. I was like in between physique and figure.
Right.
So I had that on my mind. So I thought, well, I'd already planned on going to Miami again last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided 2 weeks before to do All South in St. Augustine as physique, just to try it and see if I liked it. And
Yeah.
I ended up loving it, and I liked it a lot more, and I had fun. So that's when I just decided just to make the switch.
Okay. So when you did the All South, did you do both? Did you do figure and women's physique?
No, I just did women's physique.
Okay. So why did you like it so much more?
I felt like I was able to actually express myself and actually show
With the posing?
what I worked on for.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually pose, and
Yeah.
it was fun. It was
Okay.
fun.
So did you think your physique grew pretty quickly? Did you have good genetics for muscle?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Seems
Well,
like
and then
it.
I had some setbacks too at the beginning of this year. I broke my foot.
Oh, really?
So I was in a boot. Yes, right after Nationals last year, I broke my foot in December. So I was in a boot for 4 months.
4 months.
So,
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then 2 months after I got my boot off, I still couldn't really train the way I wanted to.
Yeah.
And so it was about June of this year. So I was like, so that set me back a little bit because I did want to go to Nationals with a little bit more size, but I kind of pretty much brought the same package as I did the year before. I just did a little more, I conditioned myself a little better,
Yeah.
and I had more confidence.
So
this
when
time.
you broke your foot, what were you able to do? You probably couldn't do legs, right?
I was still at the gym.
Yeah.
I still I was actually doing squats on the Smith machine. It was
Really?
bad.
Wow.
Like I never stopped. Yeah,
With the
it was kind of bad.
Wow. So you were able to do upper body, obviously, right? So it didn't really hold you back too much.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. But you actually don't realize when you do flat bench and chest how much you push through your feet. Like
Yeah.
you don't realize
For sure. Yeah.
that until you break your foot.
So that must have been a bad break, huh? To have it on for 4 months.
Yeah, I dropped a metal 45-pound plate directly on top of my foot.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, straight like straight. Yep.
Damn. I've done that before too. I think it was a 45, but wow.
And I was wearing like the kind of barefoot kind of shoe, so I had no protection. So it just
Oh.
yeah, it was bad.
Damn. So after you did that, did you think you wouldn't be able to compete this year, or were you still planning on competing?
Yeah, I thought, you know what, this is going to put me too far back. Like I'm just not going to be able to do what I had planned.
Yeah.
But I just kind of kept going. I was like, I'm going to try not to let this stop me.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can just maintain the muscle that I have throughout this, then I should be okay. And I did well with that. So
Okay. So how did you compare your physique this year to last year? How did you place last year in women's physique? At the
last year
Nationals?
I got top 5. I placed 5th. So I did make the top
Okay.
5 last year. Yeah,
And then you went from 5th to 1st. in
I
one
did.
year. Yeah.
I remember the
So how would you compare your physique from 2015 to 2016?
I came in a little leaner and harder this time.
Okay.
So we did change some things up. And I think the posing is what helped me a lot. I had Kenny Wallach.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
him, like the posing guru.
Yeah.
I had him with my posing, and it was a huge difference.
Yeah.
Like,
What did
nice.
Kenny do for you that really helped your posing?
Kenny, well, we changed everything around. And he tweaked me a lot. And what's good about him is he looks at your physique and recommends what works for you.
Okay.
So some poses might not work the same as me as others. Kind of
Yeah.
what fits your body and your physique.
Did he change your mandatory poses a lot when he looked at your mandatory
Yeah.
poses? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And then he also worked on other poses that, like you said, are right for your physique, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Which were used before. So, and ones that I was doing before weren't working as well.
Do you think that made a big difference in your victory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No doubt, huh?
And confidence. And then I came out on stage with so much more confidence this time, and just smiles and grins because I felt good
Yeah.
about what I. Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you were injured, did you really stay lean because you maybe had to cut back on your training a little bit because you couldn't do all out because your foot was broken?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Lean. I pretty much will maintain a lean throughout the year. I try
Okay.
to-
So that wasn't
Yeah,
any different.
No.
Yeah. Now, you didn't do any warm-up shows this year, right? You just went right to the Nationals?
No. I went. Just straight for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you feel a little bit? I know when I don't compete for a while and I get back on stage, it's like you got to get the rust off. But you didn't feel like that?
No, not this time. No, I was good.
Probably because of Kenny, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I had I had Jen Taylor, IFBB Pro. She helped me the last couple weeks kind of
Okay.
tweak things,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt really good. We did some things a little different the last
Okay.
couple weeks. Felt that was good,
Okay.
and I
Great.
wasn't tired this time. For some reason I had like a lot of energy, which I normally all my last shows I didn't. Like I was just dragging. This was good.
Wow. So overall, the whole experience this year at the Nationals was great.
It was
huh?
great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
So what do you think you're going to do now? Have you thought about what pro shows you're going to do now that you got your pro card?
I'm really thinking, because I kind of want to stay local. I would love to do the one in the Tampa Pro Show in August.
Yeah.
I would probably try to do maybe the Europa, but I do have a surgery coming up in February that I'm going to do.
Okay.
So it's a cosmetic surgery, so there's no.
Yeah.
So that might put me back a little bit. So that's why I figured August, give me enough time to get back.
Yeah, the Tampa Pro is a great show. It's so much
Yeah.
energy. You know, there's so many people. They have
Even just for
all the
experience,
divisions.
yeah.
Plus, it'll be
I know
close
it's
for
a
you
tough
too.
one. I know it's a tough one, but that's okay.
Yeah. So, is your overall plan then to try to get to the Olympia next year?
I don't know about next year. I'd love for 2018 that to be my going strong for 18. But I do want to do at least 1 or 2 pro shows next year to see where I'm at and see what needs to be done. And
What do you think you need to work on then for the off season before you do your first pro show?
to be honest with you, I would like to come in even harder.
Okay.
So I would like feathering in my teardrops on my legs.
All right.
That's like one goal. Probably that.
Okay.
Working a little harder.
How do you think? What do you think now that you did the Nationals? Where do you think the whole women's physique aspect of the sport is going? Do you think they're going for more bigger look, or are they going to more shape and condition?
I'm thinking from this one, I think it's more shape and condition.
Yeah.
What I saw of this one. Last year, it's kind of weird. Last year, I felt they were going for more bigger look.
Yeah.
This year, I felt it was more shape and condition.
Okay. How about on the pro level? Do you pay attention to that with the women's physique competitors?
I do.
Yeah. Do you think
I
that's
do.
going more for shape and condition also?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, good. I hope it does go that way because I think if they make the women bigger, it's going to evolve into women's bodybuilding again, and then that'll ruin it. Yeah.
Yes. I agree.
How did you feel the other class winners looked at the show?
Amazing.
Yeah.
I thought they really did. I personally thought this year they did a good job. They were really fair on the winners this year. I did.
Yeah.
Felt it was
Yeah,
really good.
I was impressed with that girl who won the overall. I mean, she wasn't really she wasn't really super big, and she wasn't really even super ripped, but she just had really nice shape, you know?
She did, Vanessa, yes. And I got a chance to meet her because we sat by each other in the meeting, and super nice.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. All right, so you're just taking the rest of the year off then, obviously, and you're just going to train for next summer then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And you said you stay on a good diet all the time, so you're not really going to worry about getting much bigger. You're just going to train hard and just go more for conditioning.
I wouldn't mind. I always said I wouldn't mind putting on about 5 more pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
And just so we'll see.
Okay. Was your weight any different this year than it was last year?
Yeah, I think I was up 3 pounds.
Oh,
Not
okay.
that much.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Then
Yeah, I
it's
was up 3 pounds.
it's more quality than just putting on
Yes.
more size. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I think. That's the way it should be. I think, women's physique is sort of like the classic physique. I think it's more just quality physique instead of just more size,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Barbie. Well, congratulations. I'm glad I got a chance to talk to you. I saw you last year at the Nationals. I knew you were from Florida, and I know you made the top 5, so I always wanted to meet you and talk to you. So I'm glad you were able to win this time and get your pro card. I think that's really fantastic.
Yes, feels great.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, congratulations, and we'll look for you next year at the Tampa Pro.
All right.
Have a great
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
thank you so much. You too.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, that's it for another edition of the Florida Physique Report. Thanks to Barbie Titus for joining us this week for an interview. We'll be back next week with a report of the South Florida show, which takes place this weekend in Miami. Mike Stensavero is going to be out there taking pictures for us, and hopefully we'll have some more interviews with some of the new pros from the Florida area. That's it for the Florida Physique Report. Thanks for joining us, everybody, again, and we'll see you next week.